Hey guys, it's Jim Wirtz. I wanted to go over a quick video on the power of takeaway selling. I see so many times landscapers, lawn care guys, they get a call into their office and they immediately start selling the client on their on what they do and um, pricing. They go right to pricing and trying to get their product out there, and it's just not the way to go. You really want to do some takeaways and learn that skill set to be able to sort of not manipulate your clients, but just let them know that you're busy. Because here it's the principle of supply and demand. As we all know, less accessible a product or a person is, the perceived value is greater to that person or product. So we've all seen it in the marketplace. There's a scarcity, especially around Christmas time, on different products. Everybody's flocking to get it. Everybody wants that item because it's scarce and they feel like it's more valuable now. Same with your clients. Their perception of you is you want them to understand that you're busy and that you have things to do as well as they do, and you're just not at their beck and service all the time. I think sometimes, it's good to get out there and see a lot of people and um, go face to face with them, no doubt. But you need to leave a little bit of perception of, the busier you are, the more the people are going to want your services. And that's it. If you know those companies in your local market who are their schedule's always filled and the perceived value is they're very good at what they do because they're busy, their schedule's filled. So if you're not in that boat, you want to get there, and I can show you a couple tips on how to get there today. Um, so one of the ways is to sort of capitalize on what maybe your competition's not doing, and this time of year might be a great time to get it going before spring hits. Don't wait till spring to implement this stuff. You want to do it now. I ran a landscape company for 33 years. I implemented some of these strategies, and they worked very well over time, and I want to share them with you. So a couple things, not a big believer in business cards. Won't get into that a whole lot because, if you think about it, when somebody gives you a business card, what do you do with it? Exactly, not much. Once in a while, I would recommend if you meet somebody at a business meeting, and I recommend going to business meetings in your local market, chamber of commerce, things like that. Get to know business owners. That is a good focus because those are the people who know people and they have money and they have their own business, so they understand how business operates. Um, I would get their email address when you meet them, put in your smartphone, and ask permission if you could send them some information about your company because you don't have a business card handy or whatever. So what you do is you get your email, get your information, put them in an autoresponder, and then I can help you with this. You can send them do a short video of yourself, introducing yourself, who you are, um, what you're about, what's the name of your business, briefly. Keep in mind, it's not about you, it's about the customer, the client, and the value you're going to give them. They don't really care how long you've been in business and all that stuff. It's good to mention it, but don't dwell on it. It really doesn't matter to them. So I would create a funnel, what I call a funnel or a sales page, and I'd send them from the video into a page with a bunch of your before and after pics of jobs you've done. They could be videos, they could be images, whatever. And then I would send them into a separate page of testimonials, video testimonials of your clients and that type of thing. So now they're sort of blown away because instead of giving them a business card, you just send them into a funnel, and I can show you where you can see if they opened that email up. And if they didn't, you can pick up the phone and call them because you got their information and just say, hey, I sent you a presentation. I want you to take a look at it, or I sent you an email. I did a quick video for you. Let them know that it's sort of personalized for them. And if you want, you can do a questionnaire, find out a little bit about what they're looking for, if anything at this time, or even if they know somebody looking for your landscape lawn care services. This blows people away because now it's very clear that you're very professional. You just created a nice little presentation for them, and the fact that they see you on the video, they see before and after pics of your work. It's like going to their home and doing a presentation for them, and it's short. It's like 2 to 3 minutes right here, and that's a great way to get new clients. So a couple other things I want to touch on. Years ago, I was in business for 33 years, like I mentioned. I sort of live out in the country. So a drive to town was 20 minutes. And so I'd drive town, do an estimate, be there for a half hour at the estimate, drive back, try to do a bunch up in town while I was there, but sometimes it was to one and done. There was like 2 hours wrapped up in an estimate. And sometimes you got the job, sometimes you didn't. So I changed it up. And when I changed it, transformed my business because I actually had the clients come down to my office where I then showed them the plants, I showed them the design that I had ready for them, did the initial consultation, whatever. The point was I had them come to me first because now my perceived value went up. And the other thing that really helped was I insisted that both husband and wife come because I didn't want just one or the other coming and then going back and explaining what, we talked about. So now they took time out of their busy schedule. Both came down. Now they were very serious or they wouldn't have come. And we closed probably about 80% of those people that came to the office because they could see our operation, they could see we were a legitimate professional business, and they got to know me. They got to see some of the staff and that type of thing. Very powerful. So if you can do that, I have some other ideas on that. If you want to talk about it, I can help you out with that. It's awesome. So make the client come to you. You don't want to be the lowest guy in your town. If you're struggling right now with, just trying to get more profitable, I can tell you it's a few things. It's time management. It's systems that you may or may not have in place or systems that need improved. One of them is a good estimating system. It may need revamped. It may need redone, whatever. But you want to be the guy, not the lowest price. So I would recommend looking hard at your estimating system and possibly raising your prices. A lot of guys focus on price. The client's like, we got a price from Joe Schmo over here, and he's 20% lower than you. What are you going to do about that? And you're like, oh, maybe I should drop my price right away. No, you shouldn't. You should add more value to the conversation and get them to see the value in your expertise. You know what you're doing, and a good estimating system will give you that perfect number where you know that that's the number you have to have with your fixed costs, variable costs, overhead, all that stuff. You can't go below it or you're losing money. Simple as that. So having a good estimating system is key to be able to be profitable. And when you come across with that confidence of showing them that this is my number, I can break it down and I can tell you exactly why I got this number. I didn't cut any corners. It's very powerful in the confidence you display towards that client. And I'd recommend doing the opposite of your competition. Take a hard look at what your competition's doing, and you may want to refocus and change some things up how you want to do it. You may want to, I know in the local community here, there is a bunch of landscapers, and none of them do consultation fees except one person that I know of, and they're one of the higher priced landscapers in the community, and they do very well. Why is that? Because they have confidence, they project value in their company, and they know that consultation fee is well worth it for that client to pay, and they come across and they get it every time. So think about that, adding perceived value to your business and letting people know you're just not some landscaper out there scurrying around, groveling around for any job they can grab. You want to drive around town looking for the little jobs, or do you want to present yourself in a professional manner where you can come off as and be the go-to guy in your community? It takes a little time to do that. It doesn't take as much time as you think, but it's well worth the time. This right here, this little idea is gold. So I would write that down, or if you have any questions, get in touch with me. I can explain it further. I also should have a good marketing program in place, direct response ads going. They're out there looking for the affluent people in your community. They're out there. They need to know where you're at. I don't care how long you've been in business. Still, not everybody knows you're out there. So you need to keep displaying that, running video ads to your local market. So the question for you is, do you want to work with the affluent of your community, or do you want to work with the broke Joes? I mean, that's the question. Right now, I know from experience, a lot of guys are just grabbing anybody that comes along and thinking they're a good fit for your company, and not everybody is. So it's your choice. You make the choice. There is ways around it to circumvent that. I'd be glad to help out. If you have any questions, comment, look me up on Facebook. I'm there, and talk to you soon. Hope this helps. Take care.